I'm saying? 95 subs. Welcome to a new video, and today we'll be watching animated short films by different creators. I don't know the actual creator's name yet because I haven't looked at it. Just a side note, we will be doing something on the 100 sub mark for sure. Probably wondering, damn, what happened to your white beanie? I don't know where it went because I was gonna do laundry. So I'm pretty sure I probably put it inside of my laundry bag and at the very bottom that I can't get it. The first short film we'll be watching is called Sleepovers Stories Animated by my boy. What the fuck is going on? Hey, look, dog.
This happened when I was 15 years old. My best friend Anthony wanted me to come over for the night since his parents would be gone all weekend. I rode my bike over and put it in his backyard before letting myself in through his back door. We played basically every video game he had, from FIFA all the way to Call of Duty, with popcorn and other junk food spilled out all over the floor. As the night progressed, we moved from video games to watching half a movie and getting bored, to doing prank calls at close to 10 o'clock, a few calls to different pizza places. When it was my turn, I just dialed a few random numbers in hopes to get someone at their house. On, say, my fourth attempt, I finally reached somebody. A guy with a deep and rough voice picked up, answering with a yeah instead of a hello. Anthony's laughing in the background made me stumble with my words mid-sentence, ultimately cracking up into laughter. I had never done a prank call, so I sucked at it. The guy on the other end was silent. I regained a straight face and tried to continue with the call. It went something like this.
Sir, would
Why
it be
you even
alright
prank
if I
calling somebody?
borrowed one of the wheels from
You
your
never know
car?
when somebody about to have a bad day.
What's your name, kid? My name is Bob. Really?
Oh.
You sure it's not Anthony?
Oh.
It hit me like a brick. I looked up at Anthony, whose face was noticeably full of fear. I hung up the phone, not wanting to be on the line with whoever that was for another second. Anthony, who the hell was that? I asked him. I don't know, he told me.
Yes, you do.
Does your caller ID info display your name or something? No, it shows my dad's name.
Oh.
We hopped on the computer and
His
did some
father
research,
name
trying to figure out how it was
displayed, not his
possible to
name.
get someone's name through their phone number.
Oh.
It didn't make sense how he could get Anthony's name so quickly. He was way too young at the time to be on any of those personal information sharing websites.
Oh.
We ended up asking a question on Yahoo Answers, since no one had a similar experience. The question turned up no answers. I suggested he call his dad, but he said he wasn't supposed to have anybody over for the weekend, so he didn't want to call.
I'm calling my dad,
We
bro.
planned on sleeping in the living room, so
bro?
we just resumed watching the movie that we hadn't finished from earlier. Right after the phone call had left my mind, me and Anthony looked at each other when we heard his front storm door opening. The door began to turn. It only was able to turn about halfway before the lock restricted it. Anthony turned off the TV, and I went over to the window to see who it was. I spread the blinds open. There was a tall guy standing outside. He noticed the blinds moving and turned to look at me.
Oh.
I practically threw the blinds back into place. Me and Anthony hid in the kitchen, listening for any more noises. We heard the sound of the gate to the backyard opening, as it was right outside the kitchen window.
Grab you one of them knives right there and a
God damn
banana.
it, I said.
You be alright.
I forgot to shut the back door. Anthony urged me to run and shut it. I made it to
Why
the
can't
hallway
you do
leading
it?
to his back door and froze. There was a silhouette standing outside the back door. I don't think he noticed me, but he was surely looking into the house. He opened the door and stepped inside. I tiptoed to the kitchen and motioned for Anthony to follow me upstairs. We made it to his room as quietly as possible, pulling the door shut to avoid making any noise. We crawled under his bed. He had cloth covering the bottom of his bed, so you couldn't see anything under it unless you actually moved the cloth. The doors downstairs all opened,
Man.
each one getting closer to the stairs. Thumps
Bro,
finally began up
slamming.
the stairs, and he was right outside the door now. The door to the room opened.
Oh, heck
I
no.
could hear Anthony's breathing. It was too loud. Footsteps moved over to the closet, and then the closet opened. I could hear the coat hangers being slid around as the fabric of the jackets and coats rubbed against each other. Footsteps moved over to the bed and stopped. I felt like my heart was about to explode out of my chest. Anthony's breathing was too loud. I had to cover his mouth
cut
with
his
my
oxygen tank, bruh.
Nothing but silence in the room now. We laid still for so long, I almost thought he wasn't even in the room anymore. I moved my hand away from Anthony's mouth and whispered in his ear, "You think we can make a run for it?" He was about to answer when the most disturbing, memory-haunting scream I'd ever heard filled my ears as Anthony was seemingly dragged out from under the bed. I crawled out and saw him struggling with the man. I desperately looked around for anything to use as a weapon. I settled with the screwdriver sitting on his nightstand. I hurried over to the man and drove the screwdriver into his back. He let go of Anthony as he let out a scream of agony, giving us time to get the hell out of the house. Running onto the road would give away our position too easily.
That's what happens, bro. You should always make sure your door's locked.
We dove for the tree line in the woods and took cover behind a bush, watching the house. The back door opened as the man stepped outside, looking around the backyard. He then looked out to the woods. I felt his eyes pass me as he scanned through the tree line. It seemed that it was too dark for him to see us. Then, he turned his head back in our direction. I ducked behind the bush. "Joe, he's coming." "What?" "Dude, get up, we gotta run." He was right. The man was approaching us fast. How could he have seen us? We ran through the woods with the leaves crunching under us, giving away our position. When Anthony tripped over something, I crouched down with him, hoping we had run far enough.
Bro, is you serious?
Not even 20 seconds later, oncoming footsteps from the direction we were running from came fast. They slowed down only 2 trees away from us as we lay face down in the leaves. Moments later, the footsteps take off in another direction. We waited until we could no longer hear them and took off back in the direction of the house.
Can't run, bruh.
While running, over the sound of leaves crushing and my heavy breathing, I could swear I heard leaves crushing from behind us. We made it back to his backyard and to his house, and this time remembering to shut the back door. We were now able to call the police. Anthony stayed on the line with them, while I patrolled the back windows, making sure nobody was out there. It was so dark though, I couldn't see anything. So I did something that seems stupid today. I turned on his backyard lights, and immediately in the distance, over by the woods, I saw him, standing in front of a big tree. He turned off back into the woods and disappeared out of sight. That was the last time me or Anthony ever saw him. I would be lying if I told you we heard the occasional knocks at our windows or something cliche. No, that was it. 5 years have passed and nothing has happened. Do I wonder if it was somehow linked to the prank call? Maybe. Does it make sense? Not really. But yeah, this was the story of how me and my still best friend Anthony almost died during a break-in.
What I would have did was, who there? This is what we call a tripod. This will, in fact, be going up that. The next horror short film we'll be watching is called Human Aid by Chimamali. I don't know how to say it. Probably butchered it a little bit. Hey, who cared though? Who cared though? You know what I'm saying? Hey, look. Oh, nah. Look at my man's face.
Hey, hi, poops.
Why is he built like that? I'll do something.
Oh! Hey, hi, poops. Your sign
I like
says
this
that
animation,
human aid is minus $1.99. How's that? That's simple. I pay you. Why? Marketing.
Bro, wipe your nose.
Okay.
Ugh.
Can I get one?
Why is he cheeked up like that?
Ow. What's it made of?
Why is he? Ugh.
No, silly. Babies. Babies. None of humans. I grow them under the tree. 100% organic.
Oh, why is it called humanoid then?
Marketing?
Well,
What size you want?
Grande.
So big size it is. You like some big pinks, aren't you? Big pinks for a big boy.
Ugh, did he just crack an egg?
You want some bubblies?
Yes.
Ooh, shake, 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 do-do-do-do. Shake, shake, shake. It's ready.
Well, thank you. Please don't kill me. I have a family.
Oopsie. Sorry for the inconvenience.
There's so much
Anyways,
going on in this
your total
video.
is $1.99.
What? The sign says.
What sign?
Oh, sorry. My bad. Here you go. No change, please.
Okie dokie. Thanks for coming.
You're welcome.
Hey, you! Did you know that by pressing this little button, you are helping this video to get more views and motivate me? So please.
The next video we'll be watching is called Pringles by Jack Lava. I don't know what the other video was, but it was very disturbing. You know what? Give me a hug, man. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry, bro. You good, bro? That's cool. I'm sorry, bro.
That's that bitch. Make your own fucking sandwich.
Hey man, want some Pringles?
Bro needs some
Nah, fuck
chapstick.
that,
I do
dude.
need to.
Why?
I
What
do
are
need some
you?
chapstick.
A pussy? Fuck you, give me that. Remember, bro, once you pop, you just don't stop.
Oh yeah, that's drugs, gang. Ugh. Bro, I think I picked the wrong videos. Bro is you better. Oh! Yeah. Yeah, are you sure? Are you? I don't think them Pringles, man.
What's wrong, bro?
damn!
I wasn't expecting this ending. I thought bro was just on some hardcore drugs. Bro slit his man's throat. Sorry if these videos is a little short. The next animation we'll be watching is called Dead Horse by Rot Sock. I fuck with it, oh. Dead Horse. I like this animation. What's that? That better not be what I think. Oh! About to dig in there, you better not dig in that dog throat. Did he just skin a dog for no reason? Oh, never mind. Okay. Oh, so does he keep eating to become alive again? Oh no, he just killed bro. I thought that was him. Bro, you's gone. Over with, bruh. Bro, about to get skinned it too. Oh. Is this like a dream for the dog or something? This is. So it's either you dead or you dead. They about to jump, bro. No. Oh, it's alive now. Oh, so I guess it snapped out of it. Oh, it snapped. Okay, they jump, bro. Oh, this is good. I ain't gonna lie. So all those, all the bones die now? All the corpse? Ruby, that was fire. It's crazy, like how they all came together and ended up jumping, bro. You see how he bit his arm? See how all of them bit his arm? Man, I'm dead. The next short film we'll be watching is called "There's a Man in the Woods" by That 2T. Animation. A nice little ride. You know, I'd rather prefer that ride than the Lamborghini.
There's a man in the woods.
Bro, who's you looking at?
Before the story started, this school was still respectable.
Book fair, April 9th.
My students used to skip down the hill to the honeysuckle, pluck a couple, and collect their nectar till they picked their fill.
I remember when I used to do that.
Sid, who just watched them eat the flowers while he seethed and scowled because he couldn't bear to share his sweet treats throughout our recess hour.
Bro, a hater.
I remember Sid saying, "There's a man in the woods." That's how the rumors began. Of course, Sid had spotted him first. The poor kids. He got him immersed in his spiel about a serial killer whose gun barrel glint hints at peril. A visit to the nurse, or worse, a hearse waiting just beyond the dale. The children saw him everywhere. "Look, over there. That man had Batman ears. We swear. And crazy yellow eyes. We saw something rusty. His shotgun? It must be. I saw a lady's severed thigh." Trust me, every word I heard was absurd. Yet each day, Sid would stray down way past the playground. Who else was brave enough to save us from the killer's next plot? The rest of the lot would stop back at the blacktop, sure that any closer they were bound to be found deep in the woods, left to rot. I pleaded for the kids to think and learn to be mature, but after a few more rumors doomed my attempts to prove the school was secure, their fear was undeterred, and when the buses drove them all home, the parents finally heard. Everything just blew up. I received a wall of emails and calls full of shrieks, wails, and all from terrified families who'd heard word of the murderer and didn't like my lack of action at all. What was I supposed to do? Comb the whole forest? Yeah, right. Would you? That means I didn't care? That's not fair. The stories that were you weren't true. Of course I would feel regret had there been a real threat and I ignored it, and some poor kid got kidnapped while the kids were napping. But you couldn't admit that your good little kid would formulate a fib, so you ignored what I said. Your little angels could never cook up such incredible creations. An overactive imagination maybe, but my kid could never lie. How dare I? Accuse a child of being dishonest? Just monstrous. The parents were displeased, and when the PTA took action, they dismissed me from the classroom. Why, they knew what was best for their kids. Do you know how difficult it is to get a job when a bitter mom slanders your rep with child neglect from the outset? Now who's in control of your classes? Single file lines? Single file lines. Little vile swine, a killer by the pines. Really? Are you blind? Will you find
Wait.
your spines? Sid, a child decides to fill our minds with lies, and the next thing you see is people treating me like I'm committing crimes. I was in my prime. Those kids were lucky to have me. Do you see what you did?
Is this
But
where
I can play along.
Is this where I think? Is
I can
this
be
where?
good. Do you hear that, Sid? There's a man in the woods. Oh!
Like actually, they're probably already locked up. That's crazy. I wasn't expecting. I thought it was gonna be like a joke or something. Nah, that was true stories. Wow, that threw me completely off. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure y'all comment what y'all want me to do next and what y'all want me to play next, or what y'all want me to watch next. Goodbye, my brother and my sister in the back. Another one.